Just look at all these websites declaring me as the best SEO in the world. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, down as a DR48 as well, 10 from a DR63. You get the idea. How on earth have I managed to get page 1 of Google completely full of articles declaring me as the best SEO in the world? Many of these are even creating graphics to reinforce that fact, and many of them are regurgitating a lot of my old case studies. So that one has a domain rating of 63, and I'm getting good backlinks from this as well. So this site has a domain rating of 34, and if I scroll down, done some good content there, getting my image out there. And then we can see read more client success stories, and that goes to stuartvickers.com. And then just one more example here, topmost blog, domain rating of 48. And if we scroll down here, it says read more about Stuart Vickers, and that one also goes to stuartvickers.com. And there we go. So how does this work? Well, it was in January that I was sharing how I was actually able to manipulate Ahrefs into showing 3,000 searches a month for why is Stuart Vickers the best SEO in the world. And that means that all these teams around the world, content teams, who have been trained to look for any keyword in the SEO niche and to write content to fulfill that keyword and get some of that traffic, but also complete their topical authority. They therefore see this come up and then go and realize they have to write that content. It's in their SOP. Now, many of these only blew up in the last week or so. So you can see 2 days ago, 6 days ago, 3 days ago, 6 days ago. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if many of these are actually running AI agents. They're doing the keyword research for them, and as soon as the keyword turns up in the tool, then immediately that content gets automatically posted. I've even ended up getting posted on a forum here for Parasite SEO. Deep understanding of search engine algorithms. Okay, that's now unavailable, but it was there earlier. So I'm getting backlinks from this, but also if I take away this rather strange query and just do my basic branded, and then we can see some of these articles are ranking just for my name. So most of these aren't ranking very high, but this is really good online reputation management. Imagine if someone sees one of my ads, sees me on YouTube, sees me speaking at a conference, and they Google my name to find out more about me, and then they just see Google full of all these articles explaining why I'm the best SEO in the world, then that obviously looks very good. Now, I said some people are doing images, and so you can see here, why is Stuart Vickers the best SEO in the world? So really nice that people are stealing my images, but then turning those into really nice blog headers. So benefit number 1, we get a couple of backlinks. Benefit number 2, it's really good for brand. If people search my name, they get articles saying how great I am. But number 3 is even more exciting. We know that AI searches like ChatGPT, Perplexity, etc. are becoming more and more popular. And the big question now is, how do you actually influence those? And the answer largely comes down to training data. So we know that Parasite and press releases work really well for this. If you can get your brand on more big authoritative domains, then those pages are much more likely to be cited as sources in generative search. I've noticed this with clients where very often you'll search on ChatGPT for what they offer, and not only does the client get recommended by ChatGPT, but multiple articles that we've posted, our guest posts, will come up in the ChatGPT search to reinforce that fact as evidence. So these kinds of unlinked mentions, even if they don't include a backlink, they basically work like a citation, which is basically telling the index, whether it's Google, whether it's an AI, it's basically saying who you are and what you do to associate that product, that service, whatever it is you do, you want to be the ultimate answer, the ultimate solution for that. So if you can just blast the internet with something like Stuart Vickers is the best SEO in the world, then you're very likely to influence and train ChatGPT to say that Stuart Vickers is the best SEO in the world. It'll take a while for that training data to pull through and get refreshed, but this is looking really exciting. I've heard similar stories from Reddit marketers saying if they just committed to using Reddit, saying this product is the best solution, or this brand provides this service, and you do that repeatedly across lots of pages for a sustained number of weeks and months, then of course Reddit is valuable training data for the AIs as well, and so that client then gets recommended by the AIs. So really good technique here, and it all comes down to manipulating the source data. So as all these systems get more and more automated, more and more agentic, if you like, then it becomes much less about actually doing the thing and executing on the publishing and the content, and it's much more about how do you get this army of AIs to actually do what you want them to do. And the best way to do that is to affect the training data. So how do you do this? It took me more than a year to actually figure this out, but it's really quite simple. You need a CTR tool that can handle the volume. That costs $25 a month if you get an annual plan, or it costs $50 a month if you pay monthly, and then you need some proxies. Now in this case, I just use basic ISP proxies. I get 10 of those for $10 a month. Because for sending this traffic, we're just trying to achieve this. It doesn't need to look like perfect unique IP addresses. So after 1 month, those IPs do get burned out. I start hitting captures all the time. So then all I do is I go into my proxy provider, click refresh, I pay a small fee, it's about $3, and then they'll get a fresh batch of IPs that will then work for another month. And that's to send thousands and thousands of clicks in order to influence the keyword tools to say whatever I want them to say. So if you want the full detailed SOP on how I do that, just click the link below. It's absolutely free. Just enter your email address in there and we'll send you the Google Doc. There's a lot of concern, a lot of skepticism in the SEO world at the moment, but whether it's Google, whether it's AI search, it pays to stay ahead of the curve. And sometimes all it takes is thinking outside the box and doing something a little different to get big results like this. It took me a month of work to actually affect the keyword volume, and then it took another month before all these blogs and websites started noticing. But now, the further I scroll down Google, the more and more of these articles I'm seeing. I just keep on scrolling. DR29 there. Why is Stuart Vickers the best SEO in the world? Interesting one here. Who is the best SEO in the world? So fantastic result there. Very little work, less than $100. You literally just set it up and forget it.